Good morning, everyone. In the last part of the lesson, we have studied about sun, moon, stars, planets, earth, asteroid. Now today, we are going to learn something new in the lesson. So let's begin with our lesson. Can you see what is placed here? Yes, these are the clouds. And which season is going on? Yes, it is rainy season. Can you see the drops of water? These drops of water are the rain that is falling from the sky on the earth's surface. Can you see this? What it is? Yes, this is a tree. You know that trees are having leaves, fruits, flowers, and trees even shade their leaves. When they shade their leaves, the leaves fall from the tree and come on the earth's surface. It falls on the earth's surface. Whereas you can see that this is an apple. When this apple falls from the tree, where it comes? It is also going to come and fall on the earth's surface. If it will not go up, it is going to fall on the earth's surface. Why this happens? Because the earth is having gravity. Gravitational force pulls the object towards earth. This concept of gravity was introduced by the famous scientist Sir Isaac Newton. So, whatever things that are going upwards are going to fall down on the earth's surface. Why? Because earth is having gravity. You all must be playing with the ball. Yes? When you throw this ball, it goes up. It doesn't remain there. It is going to fall down again on the surface of the earth. Why? Because earth is having gravity. Now this ball, when you throw from here, you require lots of force to take this ball or throw this ball up. In the same way, when ball reaches at a height, it is going to come back down again. So, the force that requires for the ball to come back down will be more as compared to the ball which is thrown up. Why? Because you have applied a force, and with the great force the ball had reached a height. In the same way, with a greater speed it will come down. That is what it means. The force of gravity helps the object to come down in a greater speed. We know that which all heavenly bodies are there. So, all heavenly bodies exert a force of attraction or pull on one another. This force is called the force of gravity. Now the sun. Sun exerts a gravitational pull on all planets, whereas the tendency of the planet is to move away from the sun. What does sun do? Sun tries to pull all the planets inside. Whereas what the planets do? They move away from the sun. So, as a result of these two forces, a planet keeps revolving around the sun at a fixed direction. And that is called the planet's orbital path. In the same way, satellites also revolve around the planets. Let's get introduced with a new word, space. Now what is space? The emptiness between and beyond the stars and planets is called space or outer space. That is, a gap between the stars and the planets is called as when you see during night time the stars, moon, you might feel that even I would have gone there and do some research work, or one day I will go and do the research work. In the same way, many people have always been curious about the heavenly bodies. They wanted to study about the solar system, the space. That is why they go on doing the research work. If you might have visited, or if you get a chance to visit in future, in Mumbai, Nehru Planetarium is there. In that planetarium, they have created artificial solar system and the space, what all things are present in the universe. Beautifully they have created, and what you can imagine that yes, really what all things are there in the space and how we can do the research work. However, to send some objects from the earth into the space, it must be given a force of gravity. After that only the objects can reach in the space. Can you see this, what it is? Yes, it is a rocket. This rocket you use at the time of Diwali. It is one of the firecracker. When you lit the rocket from here, you know that it contains explosive substances in it. And because of this, it produces a lot of energy. And the design of the rocket is in such a way that the fire which is lit here, it pulls the cracker in a direction at a great speed. In the same way, in the space, rockets have been sent to do the research work. So it is called as rocket technology or space launch technology. You all know that these rockets are being used for your entertainment purpose. Whereas these rockets are being used for the research work in the space. These very powerful rockets are used to send a spacecraft into space. A tremendous quantity of fuel is burnt in rockets so that the spacecraft weighing thousands of tons can be launched into space. In the 20th century, a few countries of the world developed space technology and sent hundreds of spacecraft into space. Among them, our country, that is, India, is well known for the development of its space launch technology. If you could remember, last year one movie came, that was Mission Mangal. If you see, you will come to know that how we are using the rockets to send in the space and how India got success in that mission. Some spacecraft remain in space. Some are brought back to the Earth, while some land on other planets or satellites. In some mission, scientists also travel in the spacecraft. So, they do the research work. So, such scientists who do the research work of space are called as astronauts. Moon is a satellite of the Earth. It is a natural satellite. We have studied about the other satellites. They are man-made satellites. It provides useful information related to agriculture, environment, weather forecasting, information related to weather, like when it is going to rain, then when the tides are going to occur, and so on, making maps, searching for water. Children, we know that Earth is the only planet that is having water and land surface. Its 71% is occupied by water and 29% is occupied by the land surface. It also gives us the information related to mineral wealth. Mineral wealth related like gypsum, quartz, copper. If you might have seen wiring at your home, in that copper wires are there. They are being used. And also related to telecommunication. You know that you all are using mobile phones. Your mobile phones are having SIM cards like Airtel, Idea, Vodafone, Jio, and so on. So these cell phones are having SIM card, and these SIM cards are having towers. The towers get the signal through satellites. So these satellites provide us the signal to the towers and then it reaches to your mobile phones. Sometimes you say that there is a range problem, the network issues are there. So this all information is related to your telecommunication. They are put into the orbit around the earth and they remain there in the space for many years. Space scientists have not yet been able to find a single planet which has life on it other than Earth. Our Earth is an invaluable planet. The degradation of its environment for any reason will be a threat to the existence of its life itself. That is, if we are going to harm our environment, if we are going to go on cutting down the trees, harming the soil for the building constructions, malls and so on, it is going to harm our environment. This in result is going to increase global warming, which is going to affect the living world. So we should be very careful whenever we are using any of the resources on earth. As we all know that our country, India, is well known for its space launch technology. Now we are going to see that which all space missions were being conducted in India. The first one was Chandrayaan. On 22nd October 2008, the Indian Space Research Organization, is also called as ISRO, launched a spacecraft to the moon. This mission is known as Chandrayaan-1. Another space mission of India was Mangalyaan. It is also known as MOM or Mars Orbit Mission. It was launched on 5th November 2013. It got established in an orbit around the planet Mars on 24th September 2014. That is near about a year. It took 1 year to establish on planet Mars. ISRO achieved this feat in its first attempt. Both these missions are unmanned. That is, there were no people on board these spacecraft. The objective of the missions is a deeper study of Moon and Mars. We know the scientists who do the study and research work of space are called as astronauts. Yes, India also got its first astronaut in the year 1984. He was Rakesh Sharma. This group of people was sent into the space for the research work. He spent 8 days on a space station for a joint mission of the ISRO and the Soviet Intercosmos. Our former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ji, when she had talked to Rakesh Sharma about describing India from the space, he beautifully replied to the question as India is looking very beautiful. He said that it looked Sare Jahan se Acha, beautifying the country India. I hope you have understood the lesson. We'll be meeting soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.